What's going on, y'all? How we doing today, Kent? Oh,
What's
not
going
much.
on?
Yeah, just trying to get over that loss we took on Friday, man. I tell you, that was a tough one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know it was a tough one. The game hey, I named the title as a joke. Did Danny Coale watch?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. Yeah, that I think a lot of folks are reminded of that game after the Friday night.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, so you were able to watch the whole thing?
Well, no, the beginning part. Me and my dad decided to go to watch the comedian and the prizery in South Boston. So I watched like the middle of it.
I was able to catch most of the whole game pretty much. Um, I missed Moss Phillips' interception because I was driving, but
I,
other than that, I pretty much saw everything. You're frozen on my screen.
well, yeah, I think it's in the session.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting you in and out, Kent. Okay, that's a little bit better right there. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Okay. Um. So yeah, I was driving and missed that interception in the first quarter. But I saw the touchdowns and everything. So yeah, it was a lot of action in this game. We got a lot to break down. I don't even.
I know. Tech started off good. Was a fumble. Was a sack and fumble. We sat Ward, and then we scored. Then drones for a 25-yard touchdown to Benji Gosnell.
Yep. That was an excellent start. I mean, when I saw that, that's the Tech team I've been waiting to see. A Tech team that can cause a turnover and score and capitalize off of it. So yeah, that was a really good start. But then Miami answers back with two back-to-back touchdowns.
Yeah, they did. Well, the first touchdown was a regular back to back. The reason they got the second touchdown because Drones was an interception.
Yeah, to me that interception wasn't fully his fault. I mean, he threw it in the guy's
I
arms.
Here's the deal. I didn't saw that part because I was in South Boston. So when you saw that part, tell me about it.
So it looked like to me he threw a pretty good pass. The pass didn't look that great out of his hand. It looked a little wobbly for some reason. It didn't look like it was a tight spiral, but he threw it, and I can't remember if it was Gosnell or if it was a different guy who he threw it to. But he threw it and it hit him right in the chest, and it bounced out just real hard into the air and right into a Miami player's hands. So it was not like he threw it into double, triple coverage. He threw it and hit our player's chest and bounced out, and ended up, going in their way. And then it was like, I think that was the drive where we got them down to 3rd and 1, and then um, the quarterback Cam Ward just turns around, does a fake handoff, and that big tight end was just running down the field, nobody on him, and that was just a wide open touchdown. So at that point, it was 14-7, and I'm like, okay, so this is going to be a shootout. I could tell already this is going to be a shootout, high scoring game, all that good stuff. And I ended up having to leave. I was leaving a friend's house, and I left as we were basically like 3rd down, and I think we didn't get the first down, so it was 4th down. We had to punt, and I'm like, oh goodness, this isn't good. So I went ahead and left. Um, and I ended up getting back to my place, and I saw that we had the ball, and they hadn't scored, and so I didn't know what. I was like, well, maybe we got them to go 3-and-out or something. But then I saw where Phillips had the interception. He got the interception, and that ended up giving us, the ball. And I think that's when Tootin had that big run, facial Tootin. So
Yeah.
that was cool. That was a
Based on
cool
two, and
first
I saw.
quarter. I mean, that was a heck of a first quarter. I mean, it was a lot of action going on in that first
Yeah.
quarter. Yeah, it was a heck of a run for sure. Um, but yeah, I mean, it seemed like we just kept answering every time they would make a move, we would too. And then also, I just thought our defense was really elite against that good of a team, you know.
Yeah, that pretty. Yeah, that was.
But yeah, really cool first half, and then of course the second half was just as crazy.
Yeah, that long. Okay, we scored a touchdown. I know we drive down the field. We scored a touchdown when Jalen Lane. We gave it hand off to him, and Jalen Lane went to the touchdown. We take the lead 21-14 in the second half.
Right.
And then crazy part that Pride did not do that good job of clock management in the beginning and of course in the second half. It did paid off was a 57-yard field goal by Jaden Love.
Yeah, that was a heck of that was huge. So that was a huge field goal right there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
That was a long field goal. Getting the game pulled up so I can kind of remind myself of what's going on. Yeah, Bashal Tootin 55-yard run. Jalen Lane had that 20-yard run. I didn't even know Jalen Lane had ran it in on that play. That play happened so fast. I didn't even know. And then John Love got the 57-yarder, had us up by 10. And then, of course, they kicked a good field goal too to with just
Yeah,
20
yeah.
seconds. Well, no, they had more time than that, but that was 56-yarder.
But the little
Yeah, I agree. We could have done a little bit better clock
and then
management on that.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree. We because that I mean, those 3 points ended up mattering big time right there.
it did. I know the aggravating part is they did the skitch, kind of like the call on a skitch kick, and you just gave him to the 50-yard. They went that.
I agree, Kent. Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
and of course, the third quarter was kind of in the mud. It wasn't a lot going on. Just we had just the 52-yarder field goal by John early on, and then of course Cam ended up running one in later in the third quarter to make it a 3-point game. But then the fourth quarter
yeah.
heated up big time.
Oh yeah, it was he and
Heated
a
up big
big
time.
time.
He had Drones with the early touchdown pass, and then Cam Ward with the pass to the touchdown to get it to within 3. And then of course, Miami just marched it down the field 10 plays and got that 1 yard touchdown pass. And then we get to the bad part or the juicy part, the last 2 minutes. You want to talk about that?
Here's here's the deal. We start off good. Was a no, what's for field, and then we was leading 27-17. That's a field goal. Second field goal. Spencer played at Miami last year. Hit by Most Phillips, and the ball came out and the ball landed. Kent Spencer ran over the 20-yard line. Looks like we got momentum to score another touchdown. We couldn't. The bad part happens. We faked the field goal. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, dude, you could have taken 30
I mean,
points.
yeah. So what that interception, did that happen in the fourth quarter
That's
or the
happened in the
third
fourth
quarter?
quarter, I think.
Do what?
Late third quarter, I forgot. That second interception made by linebacker Caleb Spencer, I think it happened the beginning of
Yeah,
in the
okay,
fourth
yeah, it
quarter, I
happened in the
think.
fourth quarter. No,
Well, late third quarter.
trying to I hate this thing. I'm on reading the summary on. So we had the interception here in the. I think it was the third quarter. Yeah, it was the third quarter. Okay, it's kind of hard to read this thing, but yeah. Okay. Interception. Okay, yeah. That happened in the third quarter, I believe. But still, that was a lot of. I mean, just a lot of great plays were made in this game. Honestly, even though we took the loss, and we get to the end there. We did you see the horse collar that they didn't call? Did you happen to see that they tackled Kyron Drones, and it definitely looked like a horse collar. That would look like a huge missed flag potentially for us right there. Could have we still ended up making it work, but it just there was a couple plays at the end that we watched, me and my friends watched, and we thought that Drones could have done a little bit better decision making. It was one of those plays that I think he got sacked, or no, he tried to throw a deep ball, and it was the play where the guy caught it with one hand. I think. Um, I may be mistaken. It was a lot of good plays there at the end, but it was a play where Drones had a chance to run. He could have ran really far and gotten a ton of ground covered, and instead he threw it, and it was an incomplete pass. And he ended up having to run it on the next play and burn a timeout, and we were running low on time. So it just was plays like that where it could have been a little bit cleaner. Just maybe if you just deciding to run instead of pass and vice versa. But we still had the chance, and to me, Daquan Felton caught that ball. I don't know what you think, but when you watch the replay, I mean, you see him catch it. It's in his hands. And obviously, his foot has to hit the ground first before his whole body can fall down, and that's when he loses it. But to me, for college, it's always been the one
Yeah.
foot rule. The 1 foot. You get 1 foot in, one toe in, you're good. So I think, and
But
on
here's
top of that, calling it a touchdown on in the game, come on, it wasn't enough to overturn that.
no, it wasn't. I think there was before that. Before that, I know part of it is the referees too. Before that, we got screwed over a holding call. You saw that against when PJ Prelo run that to the 1 yard line.
Yes, yeah. We had a crucial false start there at the end too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Just little plays like that definitely made it harder. But drones still, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that on top of what they called it on the field, now if they had called that an incomplete pass or something, or interception on the field, that's something different. Then we don't have as much room to argue. But I don't know. I think given all those circumstances, we kind of got robbed. I really truly think
yeah.
it. I just and
Here's
I mean,
another.
and people can say what they want. That wasn't the cleanest catch in the world, but I still think that at the end of the day, he had possession of that ball in his hands for just a few seconds, and his foot hit the ground. Call it what you want. I call that good enough. I'm probably biased. That would have been the most wild.
I
That
guess
would
I'm
have
a
been
little
probably the
biased. I
wildest
call him that a
comeback we would have
touchdown.
seen in a long time. It probably would have been the game of the year.
Yeah, he touchdown
But Kent,
to
let's be.
Alan Green.
Hey, let's. We also need to call a spade, and address the elephant in the room. That fake field goal really cost us. And if we kick that and make that, then we have a chance
It
to win
did.
that game
I
right
mean,
there with it towards the end. Who knows if John Love makes both field goals, he has
yeah,
to make two more. He could have missed one, but you're talking a different game if and you're not having to rely on a Hail Mary to win. If we had just made some different play calls too.
I and clock management, better
Yeah, those
clock management in the end
those
too.
two things we could have won it, and then you don't have to worry about this overturned call that's out of it's out of the player's hands at that point. Kind of that force that fake field goal. I mean, I like it kind of, but in that situation, I mean, those 3 points matter. I just
Yeah, I kind of
yeah,
like.
but
here's the deal. You better going for 4th down than
I
faking it.
agree.
And if you're gonna fake it, you gotta do it right. That defense is designed to block the punt, to block the field goal. They can see what you're doing. What you need,
Yeah.
what you need to do is to run down, is to run the what's it no what plays you normally see, like the kicker.
The placeholder.
Catch it and the kicker runs. Yeah, disorder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it just
and
wasn't
then
the right
also
call. It wasn't the right timing for that. That's it's the game's too it was too tight to do that right there. And that I mean, they
yeah,
ended up scoring on that, I'm pretty sure. I think that's when they ended up getting down to the 1 yard line and getting that play, to get the touchdown. I think that was the
yeah,
timing of that, if I'm not mistaken. It was pretty late in the game when we did that.
yeah. I know.
And so, well, here's actually, I think it happened. Um, 4th and 3, Peter Moore pass. Yeah, Peter Moore pass incomplete to Harrison St. Germain. That was the play. It happened in 5 minutes. That was in third
Yeah,
quarter. Must have been early. Okay, I think that was the play. But still, that those 3 points mattered, man, and because we had a 10-point lead right there, and that's why they did it. They were feeling aggressive, and we could have been up by 13, and then at the end we're only down by 1 point technically.
yeah.
I mean,
Or
shirt I'm wearing right here, the Falcons, they won on a field goal. They played it smart this week and took the points they could get. Won on a field
yeah.
goal, very similar to how this game could have ended.
I'm watching the Braves right now. The Braves so far is winning 1-0, I think.
Yeah, I got it all behind me too.
Yeah,
That was a tough loss by them earlier today.
yeah. That game, it was poor crap department, but I think the bad referees and a couple of calls. That touchdown, I think, was a touchdown. First time since Danny Coale catch that. Even if the referees wanted Miami to win this game, that's a conspiracy theory.
That's what I've been hearing too. Did you see what they said on College Game Day the next morning? Pat McAfee and all them, Eddie Royal.
Yeah, first sheet. I saw a clip, but I didn't watch it.
I saw the clip too,
The green was the call, weren't they?
but they pretty much are all in agreement. It looked like a catch.
And Nick Saban green it too, right?
I didn't see. I don't know if Saban was on that. I don't think he was on the segment during that particular conversation, so I didn't hear what he said. But I know it
Oh,
was. I think it was Kirk Herbstreit started it. Pat McAfee chimed in. Eddie Royal chimed in. It was those three guys mainly talking about it. But yeah, they all pretty much said they thought it was a
I'm
catch.
hang on, Chase. I'm busy.
But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those games. You look back and it stings really bad. It's one of those what ifs. A lot of what ifs, a lot of things you could have done differently to win it, but you just hate to get that close. To where that ball was literally in his hands, and it did get ripped out of the ground. I mean, there's no denying that they ripped it out of his hands because it was a fight for it. But
Yeah,
I believe those couple seconds he had that ball, whether it's a second and a half, and his timing of his foot hitting the ground. I mean, it's the same thing as if he would have caught it and
it,
was falling out of bounds, and then it just falls out of his hand as soon as the ground hits. Kind of
yeah. That's what I was bringing up because it's a touchdown if you catch it and you land on the ground,
like
and the ball did.
what's the ruling? Like, does his back need to be touching the ground, or does it count as soon as his foot hits the ground? That's what I'm.
It's a
There
foot,
need to be there
and
needs to
it's
be
a foot.
clearer rules on that, in my opinion, because it's too much
I
gray
think
area.
I guess a foot and control, but I think he had completely control. I think after he fall down on the ground, I think the ball came out after it. I think to me, once the ball comes after he get the touchdown, after he lay down on his back, then the ball can come out.
Yeah.
Then is a touchdown. Then I think it's a touchdown. I think pretty
Well,
much.
then did you hear also that they're saying that there was a Miami player who had stepped out of bounds and touched the ball first and makes the play dead? I've
Yeah,
never
I
even
saw
heard
that.
of that a rule. I've never even heard that being a thing. I mean, I don't know. That doesn't even make sense to me personally. But I don't see how, because he doesn't have possession of the ball. How can he make the ball dead by just touching it? This isn't to me. This isn't basketball. That's a weird explanation to me.
Yeah.
I've just never heard that rule in football though. Maybe I'm just ignorant to the rules, but to me, Felton ended up taking control of it. He was the clear guy who had any control of that ball at all.
And plus the video.
So when I watched it happen, when it first happened, I'm like, I don't know, that probably wasn't a catch. But they're fighting for it, and then you see the ball kind of ripped away. But then they're reviewing it, then make a call, and you see Daquan Felton starting to run, and he's got his hands up in the air going like this. And I'm like, oh shoot, he thinks he caught that ball. They might call that a catch. And sure enough, they did. And man, I tell you, I was at a big watch party, and we went crazy when that happened. And a lot of
And,
time passed, and we thought we were good. And then all of a sudden, you just see overturned, and they start shutting the
yeah.
lights down. And I
Yeah.
was like, you got to be kidding me, man.
Yeah, I know. You can tell the referees was pointing. There was right there that was pointing at it, and they called a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, clearly they went like this, called a touchdown on the field. I'm like, okay, I'm like, all right, that's great, because even if they have to review it, they have to be able to really prove it wasn't. And I don't know. I saw the replay several times on TV. And I'm like, he looked like he caught it. Like it got iffy there towards
Yeah.
the end, but I just thought they would have given it to us. But you know what they're saying though? They're saying they need an undefeated ACC team to represent us in that playoff. They want a top 10 undefeated
Yeah.
team, and that's just whether that's true or not. It's unfortunate that that's being spread.
I noticed people saying we should go to the SEC as a fan base standpoint, but we're not ready to join the
No, we're
SEC.
not now. Now, not being
Well,
2
as
and
the
3, I mean, to me, I've had a lot of people say like this is a very good team to be 2 and 3 right now. We should probably be better, obviously, but um, being 2 and 3 right now, we're not ready for that.
no, I mean, great coaches. You got to be really good to go to the SEC. But here's the deal: the SEC, they will take teams who suck because of money.
Right. And I mean, our schedule's getting pretty real here now. We've got a pretty solid next 7 games that we need to win we need to win all these games.
Yeah, I know. Like South Carolina, they got screwed over a foul too.
Really?
Like when they played LSU
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, you're right.
And guess what? They the same referees that did the Duke game years ago. Remember?
Yeah, I heard that.
14.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes you wonder, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of good things we saw from the Hokies too. We can't deny that. The offense was really moving the ball good. I think a lot of Drones had a great game.
Yeah.
Bashaw Tuden had a great game. Just there was a lot of great plays. A lot of our plays that to me didn't work that great early on worked good. Even Jayla Lane running the ball.
Yeah.
Bashaw Tuden had 141 yards. I mean, he killed it. We have more rushing yards than them by a lot. They had quite a bit more passing yards, but everybody was touching the ball except for Ollie Jennings. Where is he? What's going on with Ollie Jennings?
He was questionable again.
That's a shame.
I do want to say something. A couple of our guys did get banged up a couple of times, but they were able to come back. Our defensive guys, Cole Nelson, Anton Paul
Yeah.
Don Delane,
Shout
those
out
guys.
APR getting a sack.
Yeah, and he came back in the game.
APR did?
Yeah, he got banged up into the locker room, and he came back.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Delane had a lot of tackles. A lot of tackles in this game. I mean, the boys were making some plays for sure.
I know.
3 sacks is good. That we had one more sack than them. That's really good. They're the sack leader in the country.
Yeah, no.
going into that game. So overall, it was a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. That one interception by Drones wasn't his fault, and that really could have changed the game. If that pass was caught, Kent, that game could have been a lot different. I'm telling you. That play, I think, ended up being way bigger than what people probably are giving it credit for. But that wasn't Drone's fault by any means. I'm gonna see if I can find a video, uh, just to
Another
see,
difference.
just so you can see it, because he definitely, it wasn't his fault, and they ended up scoring on that drive. That was when they did that. Um, that's when they did the play action, if I'm not mistaken, and they scored. Let's see. Oh, and they had either already scored, or that's when Miami comes up. Here we go. Hopefully, there's no ad. So it's number 26. Go watch it. Watch it in slow mo. You can see he hits some. It's a good pass. Boom, right in his. I mean, it's a little behind, just a little, but it's right there. I mean, that's a first down at the 50-yard
Green.
line, and that
That's
they had
80.
already scored, so they did already score, and boom, it just fell out of his hands and went right to him.
Yeah, that's
That's just really unfortunate.
But Danny Green, that guy's gonna be a one heck of a receiver in the next couple of years.
I mean, it was behind
Cause
him. That pass was behind him, I will say. But to
yeah,
take that was a terrible bounce. So that one hurt big time. Big time.
yeah,
And that was the play where they ended up it was like 2 plays later they scored another touchdown. So I'm trying to think, what was the play? Because he did the
yep. We all know that John Coale, we got robbed. Terrible call from the officials. Yep, I agree. John.
let me go back to the box score recap.
But tell you one thing, number 26 did redeem himself. Remember when he made that wild touchdown when Drones was spinning long, was running from the pack, he froze it to green. Number 26.
Say that one
If you
again,
got
Ken?
that, number 26 did redeem himself when we take the lead, 34-24. When Drones was escaping around the pocket and he
Yeah.
froze it. Number 28 green. You got the video of that. You can show that. You can show that to them.
Okay, let me try to find it.
Yep, he is, man. He is. I think it's going to start next year, man. Thanks, John, for another comment.
I don't know why I'm having trouble finding that one. Oh, yeah. I got you. This was the first score of the game. This was a great catch. This was actually before the interception. Oh no, never mind. No, it wasn't. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
This was a heck of a play. That was a heck of a play. Man, if Cam, thinking about some what ifs, Kent, if Cam Ward, when he fell down and made that little, like, I don't know if it was 4th down or 3rd down, that was a huge play. I think they actually have that. I think I saw that one somewhere. You want to see Bashal Tutin's run?
Yeah, sure. You can show Bashal Tutin's run.
And he made that run. I mean, the boys are ready to go. Here's the Jalen Lane reverse. I can't believe this worked.
You see drones blocking. Like,
No,
you see that?
look at that. Let's look at drones right here. Oh yeah, look at
Yeah.
that. Oh yeah. That's why it pays to have a big, strong quarterback.
Yeah, I know it does.
Yeah, how quiet that stadium gets.
Yeah, I did hear the stadium quiet.
That's awesome. Let's see what else we got. Here's the interception right here.
9.5 sacks a season ago.
Man, what a return.
I
What a
know.
return. He almost could have taken it to the house.
Yeah, Spencer, he played.
Man, how many yards did he get on that? Got it at the 5. It got it at the 3-yard line. Holy cow!
With the interception, Caleb Spencer, a Miami transfer.
Wow. What was the score? 27-17. So that was before they had scored.
That's before we did the fake field goal.
This was a wild one right here. This is the play I think really saved the game for Miami. If they didn't get this here, man, we had them. We had
No,
them
they
right
didn't.
here.
Hey, point.
That was insane.
I
That
think
was.
they called Spencer for mine.
I cannot believe he caught that ball.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's just luck. 2 luck plays for Miami.
I mean, look
When
at that. I mean, you can't get any luckier. He fell in the perfect. If you're gonna fall, that's the only spot he could have fallen.
and then the only lucky one, the offensive lineman Ward was getting sacked.
This play right here, man, I don't know how he got by us right here.
Yeah.
I thought he was done. I thought he was done right there. And that darn flip.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't. I mean, at that point, I knew they were going to score, but I just knew that we had to make some plays too. I guess
Yeah.
we'll look at this last big play, big Hail Mary pass. His foot is down, man. His right foot goes down. You can see it. It's right here. Ball's in the air. Boom. Felton has it. That left foot goes down. Look, Felton's holding it right there. Left
He
foot,
is.
right foot. Bang.
That's
Then he
why
falls, and then that's when that Miami player gets down, number 9. Oh, that guy, you can't see him really, but he was right behind Felton. He's on the ground, and he dug it out.
They're sorting through the carnage.
Nah, it was hilarious when they called it a touchdown, though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, look at Felton.
Yeah.
When Felton
And then
starts running here, I was like, "Oh my goodness, man!" He knew it.
Yeah, I think he actually.
And remember, the ruling on the field.
Lane didn't. Felton came down with it. Did he?
It is hard to see
I
who's
think
got the
so.
ball and that massive humanity.
Right here, his best view you have. Boom. Felton has it. Foot. Oh. He's holding it right there, and then he gets ripped. It got ripped right there at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Remember this football game. The ruling on the field was a touchdown. It's a touchdown. I'm not seeing the ball.
It's very hard to see it.
So that means there is nothing to overturn the call. Let's bring in Matt Austin.
Bang, right there. His foot's down, man.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
know.
goodness! Then he rips it out right there.
Felton came up with this. Well,
How in the world do they overturn this?
now, did he survive? Did he
No,
survive the ground there? The ball pops out at the very end.
like referee at Duke game, uh,
Cannot believe that. I cannot get over that. That's the rob of the century for Tech right there, man. It doesn't get any worse than that.
yeah, but part of it is part of his loss is on us a little bit too. The missed field goal, fake field goal, clock management.
Yeah, I
As
agree.
a
There was chances to win, no doubt, Ken.
yeah,
You can't blame it just on that, even though in our minds we think we came up with it. We had different chances. That
yeah,
first quarter interception was big, man. People aren't going to talk about that enough, but that's just bad luck. I mean, it was not the best throw in the world, but that was a catchable ball, and we got very unlucky. It could have easily just
yeah,
fell out of his hand straight down and been an incomplete pass. It was second down. Worst case, maybe we just end up punting right there. But them getting that interception, they had pretty good field position and stuff. So, and that was the play where he did the little fake handoff. We had them down to 3rd and 1, did the fake handoff, and he threw that bomb to that tight end that was just way down the field. So,
yeah.
nothing to hang. I mean, nothing to hang our heads about. I think Hokie Nation was
Yeah.
pretty sour after that game, but
Yeah.
Nothing to hang our heads about. We fought hard. We took the number 17 down to the wire, and really and truly had a real chance to win and should have won that game. But
Yeah, I know.
just unfortunately didn't go our way.
And guess what? Miami only dropped 1 point in the AP rankings.
Really, they
Yeah,
dropped the point.
they dropped a point.
Wow. Would have dropped a whole lot more if we had won that, man. Or so telling where they would have gone to.
Yeah.
But you know what the ACC needs that undefeated team apparently. So we'll see what happens the rest of the year. I'll be keeping up with the Miami Hurricanes to see what else happens. Yeah, I agree, John. I think the boys are tuned up and ready, or they're all juiced up and ready for this one.
Yeah. Stanford's going to be next weekend at Stanford.
Saturday. Gotcha.
Saturday.
Well, Ken, I don't have a lot more else to say. I think we did a good recap.
Yeah. What do you think about the Hokies and the Pros from Saturday?
I didn't really see a lot. Did you hear anything big? See,
I haven't. I didn't watch no game Sunday.
Tremaine Emmons had 2 tackles. Not a whole lot. Bears won. No, the Jets had a game in the mud. Chuck Clark had 7 tackles. See if Shamari Connor. What's the guy's name? Shamari Chapman? No, Shamari Connor. See if he did anything for the Chiefs. He had 3 tackles. Let's see if Khalil Herbert did anything. Khalil Herbert did not have any stats. He didn't even get any plays. I doubt Tyrod got any snaps.
Yeah, he got snaps too.
Nah. Nothing for Tyrod. Trying to think. Anybody else I'm missing? We know that Wyatt is on the injured reserve, I think.
He is?
Yeah. Last time I checked, he was. Last week. See if he still is. Yeah, he's on that IR right now. Anybody else? Anybody else I'm missing?
Nothing I know of.
Okay. Isaiah Ford, I just thought of him. He is a free agent.
Yeah, I don't think Isaiah Ford ain't doing nothing. I don't think.
No. Don't think so. Okay. What about Joey Sly? Is he kicking right now? I think Joey Sly's kicking.
He
He's with the
came for the
Patriots.
Carolina Panthers.
No, Patriots. He's with the Patriots. He's having a good season. Dang, he has a 63-yard field goal this year. Set the Patriot
That's
record.
good. Wow, that's amazing.
He went 2 for 2 on his field goals this past week, and it was a 63-yarder he made. He was 1 for 1 on extra points. So Patriots aren't doing that great this year, but he's 100% on his extra points. He's 88% on his field goals. Yeah, he's not doing too bad.
Hey, as a college standpoint, who do you think is better, Jalen Love or Joey Sly?
You mean John Love?
Oh, yeah, John Love. Excuse me.
Probably Sly. Probably Sly.
I think.
I mean, John Love's good though. I think he may end up going to the league. I don't know. I mean, he seems to be a solid little kicker.
I think kickers usually play 4 years, and know that they're this good. They usually play 4 years anyway.
This is Joey's 6th season.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's pretty good for Joey. I think just based off of Joey's tenure at this point, you got to give it to him. I mean, he's he has the stats to kind of back it up at this point.
As Virginia Tech, though, I think John got a little bit consistency, but I think Joey got a better leg.
Yeah, I agree. I think Joey's leg is built more for the NFL. He just has to get the accuracy. John seems to be very accurate. You never know.
Yeah.
It's hard to say with kickers. I mean, you don't always have to be the biggest guy to go to the league. Sometimes they just go off of straight accuracy. We'll see.
Kickers usually play, and punters usually play 4 years of college. You don't declare their junior year. And I know they this good, they don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I could get Joey's full career stats just to kind of see. He started not really show it that well. I don't know who he was with. Didn't say who he was with. I think he was with the Panthers for a little bit.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, I think I can see now. Let's see. I don't know. It just shows what he's done. I mean, he's had a good career. Honestly, just looking at the stats, he's had a very good accuracy. Yeah, he's solid, dude. He's played with San Francisco. He's played with Washington. He's played with Houston. He's had he's played with a lot of different teams. Looks like.
Well, good for Joey. I'm
good
proud
for
of
him, man. I like to see. I mean, always rooting for Hokies in the NFL.
Yeah, I do too. But do you root for them? They played against the Falcons.
I root for them individually, but I ain't rooting for their team.
Oh yeah.
All right, you want to send this out?
Yeah, that's it. Hey guys, I'm sending this out. Wednesday or Thursday. We talk about it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Virginia Tech Football Show, Season 2, Episode 10. See you guys next time. Please like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and really help us out. Again, let's go Hokies.
Let's go Hokies. See you, Kent.
See you, Chase.